All right, what's up, everybody? We are here with some more Dokkan, and we are here to talk about the upcoming banner. And we are going to have the pleasure to see Gotenks Buu come out on Global finally. And we're going to talk about really, is it worth it? Which is why the video is called Summon or Save, because those are really your two choices. And we'll talk about that, and then, yeah, I mean, at the end of it, it's really up to you, right? It is your decision, because there's factors that are going to come up that are not discussed here. So whatever you decide that you do, or whatever you're thinking about, let me know down below. That way we can maybe factor that in next time. But for the beginning of the video, we are going to watch Gotenks' animations, and then we will watch Buu animations, and then we'll go in and discuss the actual units. Okay, so I personally think it is very clean. There are a couple things I just want to highlight that really stand out to me as just super nice looking. It's right when he transforms. The little spiral right here and the dome. And right there, that dome, I think it looks so clean. This also is good too. But then Super Saiyan 3, he goes insane mode. That's crazy. But the part where his hair always makes me laugh. Right here. Where his hair goes straight up and down like that. That always makes me laugh. I think that looks so funny. Yeah, so what's your favorite part about his animations? Do you like his animations? I imagine most people would at least like them, even if you're not the biggest Gotenks fan, just because it does look very clean compared to, like, you know, the older stuff. So we're moving in the right direction. Also, side note, I used to be a massive Gotenks fan when I was a kid. Probably because I was a kid, he was a kid, so I was like, oh my god, so cool. He's like me. Obviously not, but that was probably the mindset I had back then. So he was my favorite unit, like, in Dragon Ball when I was a kid watching this. Then, you know, as I got older and realized how, like, shitty he was, he never won any of his fights. He's just over cocky. He doesn't, he just, like, didn't work. But it was just a really cool idea, but fighting wise, he never gets the job done. So then I, you know, ended up changing, and now I have different people that I actually look at as, you know, my favorite units. But that's a side note. Anyway, let's take a look at Gotenks. Right, this is the base form, the one that you'd be summoning for. He is introducing Special Pose and Youth. Now, Youth is a good category. Special Pose, not really. So before we even read, this is Special Pose. We don't have him yet. We will get them. They're supposed to be pretty good. They're supposed to be pretty good. All JP. We don't have any of this stuff on global yet. So basically, this whole category doesn't exist. You got them. Yeah, sure. I guess I've used them before in, like, Infinite Dragon Ball history and stuff, and they're not as bad as everyone makes them out to be. But they are super key hungry, and if you don't get them to 18 key super, good luck. Still decent. I mean, you're not running them. I mean, you probably wouldn't even run them. Their support passive is decent, but they're not, you know, the best themselves. Especially because you can't seal in these longer events usually, so they're not really that good. And then we get down here, we get the Ginyu Force. No one's running Ginyu Force. This is the other Gotenks who actually conflicts with him. I do have a bunch. I have like 20 of him actually waiting to farm up to put into, because I do plan on summoning. So like, yeah, you're looking in the list. You can run him because of the ghosts. They have different names. His EZA will make him good, but now these are weird units that aren't really going together. So he will probably be very, very, very good actually for the team. It's gonna be like not a team you're gonna run. This would be you'll probably run this team maybe if it's like an EZA or something. That's probably the only time we're SSRs. That's the only time you're gonna run this team. It's gonna be treated more like a substitute lead because youth is not bad. I've used youth teams before. We're fun, not because they were like meta or anything, but this Goku, he is still very good for like Super Battle Road. So like youth Super Battle Road, like they're good units. Right, so now we have much better units that are on this list, right? So it's not as bad as this Gohan. I love this Gohan. Him and then the other Super Saiyan Trunks are really good together. So like you have really good options on the youth team. You could actually run this team. And this guy's still pretty good. After his EZA is pretty good. Number to SSRs. So it would probably be a youth team, and then if you wanted to substitute in like a special pose unit, like I don't know who off the top of my head, but if you wanted to do something like that, then you could. That's kind of how this is gonna work. But right now, no one's running special pose. Youth is like if you get bored of running the same team over and over again, you change it up. That's what you would do. So let's awaken him. So okay, he is a HP and attack 170 and defense 130. Not usually the preference, but it's still not bad. I don't think it's that big of a deal to have a little less defense. He is going to greatly raise defense on a super attack, which is not showing. It's 50%. And then he gets key plus 1 attack and defense 100% and transforms turn 3. So in his base form, he is boring. He doesn't do anything. He just greatly raises his defense, which is, again, not a bad thing. We transform. We greatly raise defense, and now we have a chance to stun. I don't know why it's not highlighting it. It's 70%. Yeah, 70% for 2 turns. Now, this is where it gets weird, and I think they pushed it too far. They were trying to create, like, a unique unit here, which I can appreciate, because we need unique units, but I think they pushed it a little too far. He gets key plus 2, attack and defense 100%, guaranteed. Everything else is RNG. High chance of attack is 50%, with a high chance of an additional attack 50%. High chance of defense 50%, and high chance of an additional defense 50%. Medium chance of launching an additional super attack. So all 50% chances. The last one, the medium chance is 25%. So yeah, I don't know why they did that. So because he's a stunning unit, generally this was a Super Battle Road unit. So you could bring him in longer events. His Super Saiyan 3 transformation allows him to be great in longer events as well. Even in this form, if he didn't have Super Saiyan 3, he's still good. But you just don't know how good he's going to be. He could activate all of this, and he's, like, insane. He could activate none of it, and you are only getting this. So it's weird. I don't think it sounded a lot worse the first time I heard this unit, but then when you see him in action, you see it doesn't really impact him negatively. It's still, he's still very good. He's still usable because he will greatly raise his own defense. So even without this extra defense from his passive, he still will be taking double digits in most events. And he has the good chance to stun, which is also really, really valuable. Now, this is the part that kind of sucks, right? His transformation conditioned into Super Saiyan 3, starting from the 4th turn once you're here. It took us 3 turns to get here. So now we're at 4 more turns. We're at 7 turns. That's a long time. Super Battle Road's out of the question. Maybe in Extreme, because of how long those fights go on, maybe there you'll get that, but if it's not Infinite Dragon Ball History or Legendary Goku event, you're probably not getting here often. But he is really good. He greatly raises 50% attack and defense for 3 turns, and immense damage with a high chance of stunning. High chance should be 50. Yep, 50%. So we do lose a little bit of his chance to stun, but he greatly raises attack and defense. And it's a little bit of a stacker because it's 3 turns. So that's really good. Attack and defense is 100%. The RNG is still a little bit here. Plus an additional attack 100% when performing a super attack, guaranteed. Key +3 and great chance of launching an additional super attack for 4 turns from the start. So once he hits this transformation, which is an active skill, once you hit this and you're here, you will have, from that first turn, he'll have key +3. So he's basically really close to auto supering. And he'll have a great chance, which is 50%. No, 70%. It's weird, I swear. Sometimes like they just change that stuff. So it's 70% chance of launching an additional super attack. So because of him being a stunning unit, and because he's raising defense, in my opinion, this guy is an additional unit. So because also the way he's built, he's also given the chance for 3 super attacks pretty consistently in his Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan 3 form. So pretty good. Categories, right? So we're looking at fusions, hybrids, Majin Buu Saga, Super Saiyan 3, transformation boost, obviously youth, regular Super Saiyan, final trump, special pose, rapid growth, saviors. Really good category list here. Like, you're gonna, if you are running any of these teams, you would pick him because he is really good. Fusions, he's gonna be unbelievable. I actually need him to do my no item run for fusions SBR. I am literally 1 unit, like I only have 1 unit that's a problem, and he will now fix that. Hybrids, I mean, they didn't need it, but sure, like it's even better now. Majin Buu Saga, you might end up not running him if you had pulled all of the other OP units in Majin Buu Saga. You could not run him, that is possible, but if you don't have everyone, right, like you didn't have that best luck and you get him, now you're running him. Super Saiyan 3, absolutely. I actually feel like I might attempt a Super Saiyan 3 no item run, which I almost swore I would never even retry this stage. I might even try it no items because of him. Transformation boost, yeah, maybe if you're missing some units, like there are units better than him. Youth, absolutely. Super Saiyan, yeah, you know what? When the Super Saiyan Battle Road comes out, I probably would run him just because of how his stunning ability. Final Trump, again, stunning ability. So I'm thinking in terms of Super Battle Road. If you were in longer events, maybe not. I might pick different people, but if you picked him, it wouldn't be a bad thing. Special pose, obviously that category is trash. Rapid growth, it's not a bad category, but he definitely adds a lot of value to it, and same for saviors. So a lot of these teams, right, you're gonna run him like as an absolute choice, or he is like runner-up if you didn't pull someone specific. So a solid 7 out of 10, I would say 7 or 8 out of 10. I'd say 7 out of 10, and the way that number would change would be how much of a Gotenks fan are you? You could push that to 8, I would say. That's how I'm judging that. Now we're gonna go into Buu. Okay, so that is the Buu unit that has many transformations. So it's kind of funny. He picks his own fat off, just throws it at him. Like, that's pretty funny. That looks like a Kamehameha, but you know, of course we're not gonna talk about that, right? Not much to really talk about. This super attack animation I do like here. This, I think it's called Guilty Flash. I love how it like reaches all the way around him. I think that's really cool. That's really it. And this one's pretty cool too, how it like scales up again. It's pretty cool. Not again, I am not now the biggest Buu fan, so that is something to keep in mind. This is the SSR that you'd be summoning for. Alright, this is where he is transformed. So we have Majin Power. Now the problem with this, and this is what sucks being you know, well, I don't know about sucks, but this is what changes things for global. We already have a Majin Power category leader. So while this was brand new, now it's not. And obviously you're running this guy. This guy's way better. He does have a better leader skill. Because his Majin Power is Ki +4, HP 130, attack and defense 170. He is 170 flat. So he is a better leader if you were running that team. Now that team is extremely powerful. It's niche. So you need to have like these specific units, right? You need to have him, like Buu Piccolo. You'd want him. He's really good. His EZA is amazing. We don't have him yet. He's okay. I mean, he's not the worst. He's pretty good. So he's pretty good. You need like these niche units to run this team. But if you don't have like one or two of them, you almost can't run the team. So it's like, yeah, you're kind of like in a tough spot where if you had everyone, go for it, right? Like this is a great team to run because they are insane how much they heal. Like you'll be one shot, end the round, come back, you're full health because they just are all healing 10, 15 like percent. So it's really, really, really cool. Artificial life forms. This we have not had since Baby. So this is a cool introduction. Well, I don't know who came out first, but to me, Baby I thought was the recent leader. Interesting category, not bad. 13, I have like a new love for him. He is actually really good. I actually just rainbowed this metal cooler, which is something we're going to talk about next. 17, just got his EZA, absolutely insane. Go watch his video that I made on him. Tears Goku down. Them paired up with them, insane. And it's tough because they don't fit on the same team for some reason sometimes, which is annoying. Like there's categories he's in that they're not in. They should be identical in my opinion, but so you know, having a category with both of them on it, they have guaranteed chance to see super attacks for the entire fight. Insane, like insane. Yeah, this is not a bad category, right? Was it this cell stacks infinitely, right? His EZA was really good, treated him well. So good leader skill, right? Compared to Gotenks, like it's not close. Like he destroyed him. This is a far better leader skill. He will greatly raise attack for 1 turn and cause immense damage. And this is where it just dies. Ki +1, attack 100%, reduce damage received by 40%. So we've said this a lot of times on this channel. Damage reduction is great. You need to not be taking a massive amount of damage for damage reduction to matter. So if you're taking a hit that is 200k, 40% of that gets dropped off, you're still taking a very large portion of 200k. The only way damage reduction works is when you are not getting blown away, when you're not getting completely cream pied out of the water. And the way you don't take high damage is by having defense. If he greatly raised defense, he would have been like probably a lot better. But for whatever reason, they gave him raised attack. I don't know why. Or they could have made him 100% attack and defense. Done. They could have even done 60% defense if they wanted to, you know, whatever, try to manage him. But so I've seen like videos of like, you know, other people using him that play JP, and it's like he's just okay. He is not special. He's very, very, very okay. Like bringing him into extreme super battle road, you'd have to use an item, right? Which isn't a bad thing because for most units in there, you have to use an item. But for this brand new unit, it just shows that he's not ahead of the curve. And I think that's the point that people like me are trying to make. He's not ahead of the curve. He is, you know, where the meta is right now, maybe a little bit below. Third turn, so he has the same transformation conditions as like as Gotenks. Link skills pretty good, especially for Majin Power, very good. Categories, Resurrected Warriors, I already beat that, so I don't need that. Majin Buu Saga, Transformation Boost, Time Travelers, which is pretty good, which is an interesting choice that they definitely had to think about that one, I feel. Artificial life forms. Oh my god, they have him on Kamehameha. I missed that. That is my bad. I did not see that. That's awesome. Majin Power and Power Absorption. Now he gets third turn, transforms into Evil Buu. Still, only greatly raises attack. He does seal, right? So now we have some versatility. We have some use here. Keep +2, attack 150, reduce damage received by 40. Still no defense. High chance of stunning attacked enemy. Medium chance of evading. So now we're actually fine. I would say this right here is actually way better, which obviously should be, right, if he just transformed. But if this is how his base form worked, it would have been a lot better to start here, to at least have this chance to dodge. At least give that chance. That right there is what really saves him here. Should have been greatly raised defense, but whatever. And seal's really good. You know, seal, stun, either one, really good. Yeah, so then we get 70% or more. Fourth turn from here, same as Gotenks. 4 turns from here, we're gonna get into Super Buu, and this is where things become really good. We finally raise defense. He has key +3. Attack is 220%, which I think is the highest base passive in the game. Cause I think Jiren's 200%. Is Jiren 200%? Hold on, now I gotta check that. Nope. One legendary power. Jiren. Come on. 200%, yeah. So this is, yeah, the highest actually base attack in the game, which is really cool to see that they're, you know, changing, they're breaking metas. Reduced damage received by 50%. So that's a lot better, right? It's not that big deal that it went from 40 to 50. It's a big deal that he raises defense. That's why he is now fine. And then chance of performing a crit, 12% per rainbow obtained. And there's a lot of people on the teams that you can run with him that that create rainbow orbs, so works very well. If this was a standalone card, oh my goodness. If it was a card that started here and went here, we are looking good, man. But the fact that we start here and then we have to wait 7 turns to get here is the problem. But maybe he's definitely not bad, right? No one, definitely not saying he's bad, but he's not, I don't think, as good as Gotenks. Mainly, if he greatly raised defense, he'd probably be fine, like on par, I'd say, with Gotenks. But for whatever reason, didn't do that. No, we were just looking at reference. So now we have the banners, right? We have both banners that they're gonna be on. Based on Trunks here, who came out last year, same time slot, we're looking at November 12th of 2019. And when we go up, November 12th was the second week. This does not count because this is 2 days. So this is the first week. This is the second week on a Tuesday. And if we come to today, we are on the first week. We already started getting our tickets. We are now coming up on the second week. It's a good chance coming out around, you know, 10 or 11. When is... Let's see. Let's look up the banner that's currently up. I'm going to pause right here and find it. Okay, and we're looking at this banner. This is the one that's currently up on Global. And this is going to end... The stone banner will end on the 5th. The ticket banner will end on the 12th. So... we're looking at really close dates here. So we're looking at anywhere between, I would say, the 10th to the 13th. Anywhere here. I doubt it'd be before or after, but anywhere here we're looking like we're going to get this banner right here. So we'll start with Gotenks banner. Your typical banner 7 featured, which is good. Hopefully, nothing here changes. I doubt anything here will change. But now here is our problem on the banner. We kind of just had him. We just had him. A lot of people already have him from the anniversary. Same. These guys are old. Good chance you already have him. So you probably have this entire lineup. You might be missing like a Piccolo. You might, I doubt you have these people rainbowed, but we don't need to have units rainbowed. But we want one copy. And if we're looking at a banner, now me personally, right, when I look at this banner, I have him with a dupe, him with a dupe, him with I think 2 dupes, him at 55%. I just picked up 2 copies of him. I don't have him at all. So I'm going to benefit from what? Picking up 1-2 units? That's not a good... That gives me a really bad chance to get what I actually want. And I'm going to get a bunch of stuff I don't need. Of course, if I get a dupe of him, that's good. But I don't need it. Nothing will happen. He will still... He'll perform a little bit better, but he already performs perfectly fine. I don't need the dupe. We're probably going to get discounts. There's a good chance we'll get that. We already know we got tickets coming in. So the banner is maybe, assuming you have a good amount of these units, I'd say if you have at least 4 out of 7 of these units, this banner is like a 5 out of 10. He is not good enough to overlook the banner. And no, not this one. Same for Majin Buu. Majin Buu is probably a little bit worse. Vegeta's good, yeah, but okay, sure, you're gonna pull him. They're like the same unit in their base form, so if you have him, you already have him. He just transforms into better units. But he has a good leader skill, but outside of that, no. 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 Like, even ever it's easy A, no. No, this is even worse. This is like a 3 out of 10. If I pulled anyone on here besides him, I'm upset. I'm upset. Because I already have him, I believe, with a dupe. So anyone on this banner that I pull is upsetting, unless I pull him. I rainbowed him on Gohan's banner. So I have him. I have like 3 of him. I haven't even awakened him because I know I'm never gonna use him. Because his easy A is even worse. So this is really bad. So when we're talking about like should we summon or should we save, it comes down to this. Is the unit the best in the game? No. So we don't need him. That's what that means. Are you a big fan of him? Okay, if you are the biggest Gotenks fan, you got a tattoo on your forehead of Gotenks, I can get it. I can get. You know what? You're just ready to go. You wanna throw it in, and you wanna get this guy, and I respect that. When we look at the banner, we're looking at can we use other units besides the featured units? And if you didn't pull some of these units, sure, Goku very good. I mean, they're all good, but like in terms of like how often are you using them, right? You want units that you're going to use a lot. He's on a lot of teams you'll use. He's on a lot of teams you'll use. He's on a moderate amount of teams. They're okay. He will get an easy A soon. Piccolo is the only one that I find myself never able to run. And if I can run him, I can't transform. Because there's just no other real Namekians. So... Where is it? This one. Majin Vegeta, very good. No. So, like, this is what I'm saying. Like, it's just... Is it worth it? I don't think so. I think maybe if you have a lot of stones. If you have, like, over, like, 400, 500 stones. Maybe do the discounts. Even if you have less than that, I would even skip the discounts. I don't think it's worth it. Unless the discounts are offering a featured unit guaranteed, which they have done in the past. If they do that, then sure. If they don't offer the guaranteed feature unit, I think this is a skip. Even if you have discounts, I would still skip it. I would just do the ticket multi that they're giving out for free, call it a day, and save up. Because what we do have coming soon, which is going to be really good, I think a really good banner for most people, is going to be this banner, which I will find. For these guys. These guys' banner coming out is going to be nuts. Because it's them. The Go Bros are on there too. Let's see. Oh, I hate when sometimes it's like hard to find banners. Alright, you know what you can do? You can actually just do this. And it should... No, it's too wide of a term. I'm gonna pause and I'll find it. Okay, sorry about that. So this is the banner. I found it. They're coming out with a new Krillin for them, and now there's a lot of units on here, right? We have what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 units, but we have 2 LRs, which is kind of why they have the extra unit on there. They're also introducing a new Krillin, who's also very good. If you don't have Beerus, very good. Fodder, fodder, fodder. But if you don't have them at all, they're very good leaders for Pure Saiyans. He's outdated now, and he's actually still pretty good. So I think this might be a better banner, but you know, to each his own. Because Gobros I think is great. They're great. They're great. He's great. And depending on what you have in your box, these guys can be very good. These 3 Saiyans. But yeah, this is what I would say you should be waiting to summon for, or even the next banner after this is Frieza's. I would say that's another really good one too. But everyone depends on your box. I'm gonna cut the video here because of how long it is. But do me a favor, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and if you're not, let me know why. If you're not gonna do it, that's fine. Let me know why. Appreciate it. Peace.